The Saratoga Springs real estate market is surging. It is one of the top markets right now, one of the hottest markets in the nation. And if you are buying or selling a home in that area or the surrounding areas, then you're going to want to know why here. And that's what we're going to do in this video, in this market report. We're going to be covering the real estate numbers so you are an informed buyer or seller. And my name is Chris McMahon. I am a local real estate agent right here in the Saratoga Springs area, born and raised. And we're going to go over these numbers so you are informed of what's going on. If you've got any questions, I would love to get your real estate questions because people are reaching out to me pretty much every day from these videos that I'm doing here. If you have any questions, my contact information is below. Feel free to reach out, call, text, email, whatever works best for you. But reach out with those questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. But we're going to dive into this right now and check out the numbers so you are seeing what's going on here. We got our Saratoga Springs real estate market. This is for August 2025, and this is data driven. This is information that we've done a deep dive into it and pulled this information out here for you to see what's going on here. So first, we're going to go over a little market snapshot. The median sales price right now, $680,000, which is up 15% year over year in that area. So you can see how it's growing quite a bit. This is significantly outpacing the area, really, in the region. And as we know, most of the areas across the country here. So 15% year over year increase, and the price per square foot is running roughly 384 square foot on that one, which is a 5% increase from last year. So it's reflecting a steady increase in that market as we're going on. And the sales to list ratio, 99.8%, so almost 100. So that's, again, this is continuing. All of these numbers are outperforming the region and many of the areas, or most of the areas across the country, as far as what's going on with the market. So the market speed right now, as we can see over here, most properties are going 13 days or less. So less than 2 weeks. If they're getting on the market, they're going out there. Now, homes that are priced right, hot homes, they're in a nice area. They're in like a neighborhood that is, people really want to get into one of those neighborhoods. They're selling in less than a week, 6 days or less. Okay. And the average is going about 17 days. So the key on this thing here is you want to really market your property properly, get as many eyes on it as you can, and also price that strategically that people are going to catch on that. And you're going to get a lot of views, a lot of showings. And many of these properties are also going for over asking. And we're still getting multiple offers in this market in Saratoga Springs. So let's look at those numbers a little bit here, okay? So we get said 43% are getting above asking. So getting up close to almost 50% of the properties there that are getting above. And those are the ones that I just mentioned that are being priced effectively to get people's attention. So the marketing strategy has a lot to do with it as well, but pricing is a big thing. Don't overlook on that either. 24% right now are getting some price drops. So that's about a quarter of the properties out there are price drops. And as we saw, about 99% are getting just below their average. So it's getting about 99, almost 100% of what they are listing for. So what are the key insights on that? So the market is remaining strong. Okay, showing early signs of some balance because we are seeing, some price drops. About a quarter of the properties out there are doing some price drops there. So it's moving a little bit towards a buyer's market because we know we've been in a seller's market for years now. So in a lot of this, because buyers are becoming a little bit more selective about what they're doing, especially with the interest rates that are right now. But the well-priced homes, as I mentioned, are attracting multiple offers and are selling in less than a week in this market. So national recognition is 32% a year-over-year price increase, which is leading the capital region in growth in this area right here. Average list price is $1 million plus in this area. So running some numbers from a snapshot. Last month, we had about 120 or so properties for sale in Saratoga Springs. 80 of them, a little over 80 of them were listed at $1 million or more. So that is reflecting on the demand in the area and also the quality of housing and everything that has to go with Saratoga Springs. But the average sales price is over $800,000. So we've got a really strong market, as you can see, in Saratoga. Okay, mortgage rates. Get this a lot. What are mortgage rates really looking at here? And coming there right now, mortgage rates are running at about 6.59%. is where the mortgage rate is running in here right now. That's right over here on the bottom. That's the lowest it's been in 10 months. So you are seeing, as you can see by this graph, that it is steadily coming down here. So about 10 months ago, it was sitting at about 7.5%. So it's down almost 1% in the last 10 months. So the expected forecast is expected to stay in about the 6.5% range throughout the remainder of the year. So buyers are waiting for that big drop in the interest rates for the mortgage. Not going to really happen, at least not this year. For the projected forecast, it is going to kind of steadily stay, slow decline here. Probably going to hover around this 6.5% throughout the rest of 2025, and we'll have to see kind of what comes up in 2026 for the coming next year. But right now, we're hanging at about the mid sixes for that, and expected to remain there for the rest of 2025. So buyer opportunities, what does that got to do here? So what are we looking at here? There has been an increase in inventory, 3% increase in inventory over what we've seen in the past year. So that's giving buyers more options and more opportunities than we've seen in recent years. So for buyers, there is more opportunity for you out there. Price adjustments, as we said, 1 in 4 homes are getting a price adjustments in this area right here. So that's showing a signal that there may be a shift towards a more realistic or more of a buyer's market that's coming up here. So that's good news for buyers as well. So that's also giving you a little bit more negotiation power because there is more opportunity out there on the market. But properties, like I said, that are listed right are still going for 14 days. Anything over 14 days or 2 weeks or higher right here are giving a little bit more negotiation power to buyers on that. So that's something to keep an eye on. If you're seeing a property that's been on the market over 2 weeks, then there may be some flexibility with that price on that one, considering a lot of properties are going in less than a week that are priced properly. So there is opportunity and there is value in Saratoga Springs right now for buyers. So the seller's advantage, okay, as we mentioned before, prices are up 15% year over year, which is versus the state average, which is 5%. So it's outpacing that state average by 10% on that one. Multiple offers on well-priced and well-positioned properties as far as marketing are still coming in this area. And the premium neighborhoods are seeing high demands for a lot of people who are looking to move into the Saratoga Springs area. So in the lowering of those interest rates, like we're all down almost 1% in the last year or so. So we are seeing that come down, is bringing some more buyers out into the market to start looking at some prices here. So what are the what are the things you need to do? Strategic pricing, as mentioned, that is key. Okay, making sure you're pricing it properly within homes priced within 3% of the market value are often selling fast and above. So if you're curious what your home could go for on the market, let me know, because I can get out there and I can do a home evaluation for your property, let you know what you could probably get for your home in that market. My contact information is below. Reach out to me with that one. It's free, no obligation. It's just something I like to do and help people out, so keep them informed of what's going on. So sellers are still winning in Saratoga Springs, so especially in some of the popular areas that they are in compared to some of the other areas that are out there. So some of the local housing pressures out here. So the average monthly rent is about a little over $1,900, and the vacancy rate is 5.2%, which is well below the market level of 7 to 8% in there. So the vacancy rate is pretty good. So investors, this is important for you to know, because also the average monthly rent is about 16% above the national average. So the vacancy rate is low. Months rent are high, which is strong rental demand in the Saratoga area. So that's good news for investors. I'm also an investor as well, own some rental property in the area here. So well familiar with that. If you're an investor who's looking to try and get in a break into the Saratoga area or just grow your portfolio, reach out to me. I can definitely run some numbers for you here. Return on investment, that kind of stuff. That are important numbers, what you're going to want to see, what your cash flow is going to be, which are very important for investors when you're looking at those properties, depending what your exit strategy is to be able to fix and flip, or if it's even just going to be, a buy and hold. Maybe you got a BRRRR method in there, something like that, which is really popular method to do. Reach out to me. I can help you run those numbers to help you see if a house in this area makes sense for an investment. So what are your next steps? Well, investors, we just talked about what your next steps are for that, but it's the same for buyers and sellers too. So buyers, I can set you up on personalized property alerts. As we talked about, those properties are going fast. And because they're going fast, you're going to want to have yourself prepared for the market. So I can set you up on property alerts. So you're getting notified before those properties are hitting Zillow, before it's hitting realtor.com. So you're going to be one of the first people to see that property coming up on the market, or even if there's a price drop in it, you'll get that same notification. Also, you're going to want to have everything else straightened out and set up as far as your budget and being pre-approved for a mortgage. If you don't know where to go to get pre-approved, or you have some questions on that, let me know. I have a network of professionals that I can put you in touch with that can help you get your pre-approved and get you set and ready to go. So when that perfect property for your family does come up, you're able to jump on it and make that offer and be one of the first people in there. I can set you up on that. Call or text me with that. And for sellers, as I mentioned, be more than happy to come over, do a complimentary evaluation of your property. Let you know what you might get for it on the market right here. I could give you some tips and tricks for staging, what you could do to prepare your home to get ready, maybe some minor fixes, something like that. If you're looking at doing a big overhaul on something, do not do that until you talk to me first, because sometimes putting that money in, you're not going to get that dollar value out. So you're going to want to know that ahead of time. So that'll be all part of the consultation that we'll do with you. And also kind of put together a personalized marketing plan, includes, getting you out on Realtor and Zillow, although the website's out there, getting you, out there on the MLS listing, a social media campaign with coming soon, open houses as well, and just getting a lot of eyes on that property. So you're getting people to come over and come and see that property. So you are getting the multiple offers in that short window right there. But I can set all that up. We can talk about that. I can go over that and give you the numbers and everything like that. But it all starts with you reaching out and getting a hold of me. Again, call, text me, email. My contact information is below. And if you find value in this video, I do this video every month. So don't miss out on the next one. Subscribe to the channel, like it, share it with your friends who might be in the area and in the same situation as you, might be looking to buy or sell a property. So other than that, look forward to hearing from you. Reach out and get a hold of me, and I will see you guys in the next video.